Empress, nanka me expect to say be a nominations ne Babontin. Na King Paluta expressing disappointment to more troll letter a call a TGMA na meaning so what's the name of the thing they did omissions and errors and omissions na omoma kwan so bia will be opeso kana we on famra na meaning san komo de reason na omo disqualify enyum no ebeba na nka ye ka asem na Yatumia can a sinipi. See, I know the ina can speculations. Ye na ye nim the reason in tia. Omo yesa. I don't know if they intentionally did it to generate talkability for the awards. I don't know if it's because it's profane. I don't really know. But ye me share the aye widespread. Ye na ye can wasem say ye say no a profane. Say Empress ye see creative art industry, right? Bibia ye creativity. I can't kase mu no. Anwene nsem ye de kaye nsem. Ufo obi to say Daddy Lumba. Daddy Lumba has some beautiful songs, sir. What's na se na wutia? Utumi say asem no kan. But wanwene asem ne fran into ma some way. Okay. What's ya say? Wanwene asem no e de ahyem nyum. Enti anwene sem eka ye creative sector yi ho. Okay. Sabe yen to me there are so many songs that it's not literal. Like anyway, you have to create it and make it sound some way. Be now so now right now we are all sitting here and the song is ambiguous to us because we know for a fact that the gentleman didn't say that word now. Yes, say or the show no. I said when the share you may buy. Be a pe share. Say me tell no more share. King Paluta say e share papa bi amenya. A good care that I have gotten. Ain't you know what we a penny no. And a wutia. Be a wide dream by you say ban collect ya o montene sa. Patro dey make not ma say. And me I believe say ye nyum to a ye to. Enyuma ye musicians ye ni na ya anwene nsem. And yankasa de yanka Daddy Lumba nyum bebre we me sanka ye mo ewo we so. And if we are talking about profanity when it comes to this particular song, offer artists be to say last mid the nyum pool panty enya nomination. So that pool panty song no utia, that is profanity because he's talking about pool panty today if you want me to give you my fingers, pool panty make a knock. What does that mean? If we are brofu say chikasa kasa and I'm patcho me boy chikasa is our language. I don't know why we find it offensive when you can't kasa no way chikasa but you can't brofu are normal. I don't know why. If you be to you now, I can't say be or can't brofu there. Oh, it can pass, but can't chikasa more. It becomes a problem. Yeah, kasa no. And no na ye titi yen. Sabi me person me can't or ban one sem with me chikasa more. Word be wo me they may use so me de be share. But the thing is that the gentleman didn't use that word in the song. Okay. Enti e bia omo ti wa ye tie na ya adwen ye say profane because obviously when ebony nyumbi or boy or say ade edien ena artist of the year answer na be nominated then na wo ye eniama ben.
Okay, so nomination. Okay, good. According to category definition, there's a pointer in the category definition speaks to you having a hit song or you have an EP or you have an album. And so, or any of these things, you're trying to say entry requirements, you fulfill it. And I say if you have multiple nominations, you fulfill that particular entry requirement. But beyond that, you share your artistry. Your artistry, it goes beyond your hit songs. We are looking at audience appeal. We are looking at popularity within the year under review. So we take all the elements from your shows you've done, and I say your brand extension, your nationwide impact, and I say a crossover effect from Ghana to different parts of the world, and I say Africa, etc. And so all of these elements that speak to your artistry, and then we look at all of the elements and put it together. And then we evaluate them in I can say, okay, so based on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this person deserves to be in the category. Internet, they're listening, then they start doing shortlisting. They're shortlisting. So there are some people who may not even appear inside the final list and who appear, but at the beginning of the shortlisting, by the time we finalize the shortlisting, this is the only number you see in terms of it. So those are the things that we look at.
Pacho, do you have a particular show be our say nipa ne bo outside and also say via locally there are shows be or hon mo e bia TGMA any that so say okay so when you my a hit I was say you platform way so and I was say we wow show the kind of numbers be or hosa answer na obe wura ho no
the shot me na nti Osha for example on the list how how shows. However, there are people on the same list. They didn't have maybe their own shows, but from several hit songs. And today now you weigh, you weigh all the works and they get in the category. And then at the end of the day, they begin to discuss all the elements, what you have done, the weight of all of this. All the Yamana become at the beginning, then they weigh all of these things and they decide, okay, so based on A, B, C, D, we think that Mita Way deserves to be there. Based on Mita Way deserves to be there. And so we the other man, Mita best one, then they start evaluating. Say, wait here, and I say, wait here, which one is better? Then they begin to go into it. And then they work on it until they have the final number of something, maybe a 6 and a 7, and then that particular number comes through.